Hello Bellas, welcome back. My name is Shannon B and you're watching Brown Girl Bella, where we bring you lips, lashes, and luxury. To all of my new Bellas who just joined the Bella Brigade, I want to say welcome. So glad to have you here with us. And for all my seasoned Bellas returning, I want to say welcome back. No, don't adjust your dial. It's me again. I just took off my jacket because it got really warm in here. This is part 2 of my 2-part series on the BeautyCon. So in this video, I'm going to share some of the things that I observed, some of my overall observations and thoughts on how it could be a little better and streamlined, and some overall thoughts and suggestions. So first and foremost, I got there a little late day one, which was Saturday, April 6th. I got there, I guess I want to say about noon, and I had the haulers package, which means I can actually go in 2 hours before everyone else goes in. And everybody else came in at 12, so I actually just went in with everyone else. When I went in, it wasn't really clear where you're supposed to go to sort of check in. So I had to ask around. I first went immediately down the escalator and to the place where everybody is. And then I had to go back upstairs because, again, I didn't have any of my credentials with me. So when I went upstairs and I gave them my name and told them, what package I'm supposed to receive, the first thing I encountered was one of the workers saying that, "Oh, you're already checked in." Excuse me? I'm not checked in. I just got here. He says, no, I see right here that you're checked in already. I was like, no, I have not checked in yet. I just got here. So I was then moved off that line to another line where I got there, and they said the same thing. "Oh, see, it says here you're checked in already." But I'm not. I just arrived, and at this point I'm getting a little frustrated because I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and they keep telling me that I have checked in when I had not. So she's like, "Okay, we're gonna straighten this out. Don't worry, we'll get you everything that you need, your whole credential packet, and everything will be straightened out in a moment." So they did something. I don't know what they did, but they gave me my wristband, and again, did not really explain what else I needed to do. She was like, "Here's your wristband, have a great day, enjoy." Okay, so what do I do now? So I knew that the main hall where everything was down the escalator, so I just went down the escalator. When I got there, they were getting ready to scan me, and I was like, "Well, I didn't receive my bag yet. Can I go and pick up my bag?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, sure. Here's where you go." And so they kind of directed me to where to go to get the bag. I got there, they scanned me, they gave me the bag. I didn't really look inside the bag at that point, just because I just wanted to get, things rolling and look and see everything that was going on. And I'm going to throw in some pictures of some of the exhibits that I went to. They were some of them were really elaborate and pretty. And so I got some really great pictures. So I'm going to share those with you up here. Overall, I thought it was really good. Now with my band, I have all access. That means that I can go where basically all of the influencers can go, with the exception, I think, of backstage. I don't think I can go backstage, but I didn't even try that. But what it's also supposed to do is get you to the front of the line at all of these different exhibits. So again, the signage was not really clear. and they didn't have them at every station, which they should. They should also really think about getting a concierge service for people who have the wholer package or the insider package, whatever those premium packages are that we pay hundreds of dollars for. We should have a concierge service that is dedicated to those people so that we can move about the exhibits. They should have signs. They should make sure that everyone at each of the footprints understands that if you have this badge that says all access, you are actually supposed to take them first. They are supposed to go through the process in the line, and then you let everyone else in with the general admissions tag. I felt like if I didn't assert myself and say that I am VIP, that I have the VIP badge, they weren't looking for it. And then when I said it, they immediately were like, oh, let me scan you. I'm guessing to make sure that it is really the VIP. And I was taken aback at some footprints because of that. We'll get to that in a second. So overall, I felt like I was still waiting in those lines. And then I had people tell me, I'm asking, you know, the people who were working the footprints, well, where's the VIP line for your VIP? Oh, we're not doing that. Excuse me? You're supposed to be doing it at every exhibit, not just certain ones. So why wouldn't you be catering to VIP there? So I was really miffed about that. And then the Pixie line was always like really, really long. And again, it was very convoluted. I'm trying to let them know that I am a VIP, that I should go front. And they just were not responsive to me, and I was really offended by that, and I was really ticked off. So I just moved away. I didn't even go to the Pixie section, and I love Pixie. I love their products, but I just could not deal with the footprint and the fact that it was so congested and I couldn't get in there as the VIP. Another thing I will say about it, with my VIP pass, I'm also supposed to get complimentary drinks. I'm supposed to be able to go to the lounge and like have cocktails and things of that nature. I couldn't even find where the bar was, let alone get the drink. And I spent so much time in a line where I shouldn't have been doing. I shouldn't have had to be standing in a line. I should have been moving across all of the different areas, but I was so overwhelmed by everything that was going on, and because the signage was so unclear and people were really just not clear on what the protocol is, that I ended up spending a lot of time just standing around and not enjoying what was going on. So I would say out of, I'll say 50 exhibits, and I'm using that term loosely, I don't remember how many there were, but let's say there were 50 exhibits, I might have gotten to 20, maybe. So I felt like there was a lot that I left out because it was just so unorganized. And then when I did get the bag, and I share with you guys the video of the bag, and you see that 90% of what I got was all hair care products, which again, I am appreciative of because I do want my hair to grow. I want it to be healthy. I want it to be strong. And hopefully these products will get my hair into great shape this summer. But that's not what I came to BeautyCon for. What I came to BeautyCon for was makeup products. And I felt like, although I didn't go last year, the year before when I went, the makeup was so on point, and every station that I went to, I just got more full-size products, more products, more products. I left there with stuff that carried me out throughout the whole year. Like, I'm still going through my makeup that I got from BeautyCon 2 years ago. Most of it is expired already, but some of the things I still could use. Also, where are the brushes? Like, why weren't brushes included in here? Before I got makeup sponges, I got some brushes. I got no brushes this year. I got no makeup sponges this year. I barely got makeup. Like I showed you in the last video, I can hold in one hand all of the products that I had that were really makeup centered. Everything else was hair care or lotions or body creams. Again, great that we had a diverse group of vendors, but I would love to see more of the beauty products in the bags. Now, from what I was told, the organizer for this BeautyCon said that she heard our concerns and that she was going to make it up to us. I don't know how that's even possible, but again, I will let her know my concerns and some of the thoughts that I observed to make this better, because I really want to see BeautyCon succeed. This is the 5th year that it's been in existence, and this is my 2nd one that I've been to, and if this was my first experience, I probably would not go again. That's how bad a taste it left in my mouth. Not to mention that you should really let us know when people are coming up to do the talks. Yes, you have the brochure, but everything seemed like it was behind schedule. So relying on that really did not help you out, but you had the ability to, I mean, this is Jacob Javits. You have the ability to put on a broadcast to say the so-and-so seminar is beginning in 5 minutes. Everybody go to such and such. And then make sure that the people with the VIP passes are seated first. It just was so haphazard. I had people sitting with me that didn't have the same kind of credentials I had. Then we had people who were trying to get in there to sit. So then they were looking at everybody's bands to see who was supposed to be there, who wasn't supposed to be there. It was just very chaotic and unorganized. I would like to see a more streamlined process moving forward. Also, yes, everybody came because Cardi B was going to come and give her talk. I will tell you, she came and she delivered. She gave a very interesting take on making money moves, and she said some really interesting things. Granted, her delivery is kind of brash and she's kind of off color, so for those of you who bring your young children, it's not appropriate for young children. They brought on this beautiful little girl who said that she wanted to see Cardi B and, you know, have her at BeautyCon, which was great. But then you sit her on the stage with her, and I could feel that Cardi was kind of trying to stifle herself and censor herself, and then kind of gave up. And at one point she told the little girl to cover her ears, please, because, you know, she was just, you know, saying some things that were a little off color. But I felt that it was inappropriate to bring her up to the stage. Yes, hug her, you know, meet her, whatever, since you were the catalyst to bring her forward. But to have her sitting there and then having Cardi talk about the subject she was talking about, and she was making really great points. I thought it was in bad taste to have the little girl there. It's just my opinion. Again, don't stone the messenger. I'm just giving you my opinion as a mom. I would not have wanted my young daughter up on stage with Cardi and having Cardi say the things that she was saying. That being said, we kept getting updates on Cardi saying that she's en route, she's on her way, she's 2 hours away. 3 hours later, she's 2 hours away. 4 hours later, she's 2 hours away. Like, it was just very unorganized. And as a organizer and as a person who does this for a living, and I should probably have started with that, I do this for a living. I put events on for a living. And I feel that as an event person, one of the things that you don't want to do is turn off and alienate your audience, because if they don't have a great experience, 9 times out of 10 they're going to get on their platforms and do what I'm doing, which is vent their frustrations, and then it hurts your business. I would have preferred, instead of telling me every time you came out that she was 2 hours away, say the real. Say that she is delayed because she's coming in from Vegas. Her previous engagement went over, and so she's en route, but it's going to take her a few hours to get here. As soon as she's here and ready to go, we're going to bring her on stage. But in the meantime, here's whatever, and then have something for us. That would have been a great point at that point, to have someone come in, if we had a concierge service, to come in and give us some refreshments, give us, you know, some popcorn, something to munch on, because we were sitting there for 4 hours waiting for this young lady to take the stage. And then by the time she did take the stage and do her speech, the whole thing was over. So we didn't get to see Erica LaPerla, which is her makeup artist, talk about her journey and how she comes up with these great looks for Cardi B, which I would have loved to have heard, and been able to ask her some questions. And the Q&A also, that leads me to the other point. The Q&A version of the talkbacks was very chaotic and unorganized. I felt like they catered only to one side of the room. When Cardi B came on, she was like turned to the side, so she was facing the organizer, and I'm sorry, I keep forgetting her name. I'm gonna throw it up here. She was talking to her, but you're supposed to be addressing the audience, so I would have loved if she had turned and faced the audience, because a lot of what I got in terms of shots for her was like side profiles of her, until she got up and started walking around the stage. Then we got to see a little bit of her face, and I was able to get some better shots of her. Okay, so that is kind of my overview of what went on at BeautyCon in terms of my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Subscription is what keeps me going, what keeps you getting great content. So don't forget to do that. And when you subscribe, tap that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload.
All I really want to see is the, I don't really need to be anything. All a bad bitch need is a KC. Alright, y'all. I'm out of here.
That's BeautyCon for 2019. I'll see you next year.